This is your stewardess speaking. As we prepare for takeoff, please consider supporting us on Patreon to keep this podcast ad-free. If you enjoy this flight, please subscribe to the podcast, smash that like button, and don't forget to go to patreon.com/turbulenttruth to support us. Thank you, and prepare for takeoff.
Hello, this is your captain speaking. As you can tell in the cabin, we're hitting some shaky times, and it's about to get worse. So please take a moment, make sure you are buckled, and the loved ones around you are buckled, because we're about to hit turbulent truth. In 3, 2, 1.
So, as we talked about with Turbulent Truth, this is completely off the cuff. We're just going to talk about whatever pops in our head.
Right.
And as I was coming over here, there were several things popped in my head that happened this past week that I would love to hear your opinion on.
Go.
Okay. So we're in Target. It looks like, first of all, a tornado hit it, right? So with all of the craziness going on in the world, the containers on the West Coast still out there, all the other, it looks like someone just obliterated it. It's like right after Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad. And I'm like, why does it look like this, right? So we go to Khols, same deal. But back to Target. We're looking around. Actually, no, it ended up being at Khols.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wrong. So we're at Khols, and we're looking for stuff for me. And my wife goes, hey, I found some things over here, here, and here. And she's like, I'm going to go check out some shoes. My Vans are wearing out. I'm like, okay, great, go find them. I walk up, she's having this great conversation, and they're both kind of complaining, but it's hysterical about what's going on, about how I can't find anything. And it's with an African-American lady that just is hysterical. I'm dying hearing her dialect and how they're, conversing with each other. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, here's the world saying you guys are supposed to hate each other. Here's the world, right? You're supposed to this. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. But after she leaves, Cindy tells me a story, and this is where it blew my mind. There's this amazing interaction. I end up getting in on it. We laughed about things, and we're concerned about the same stuff, and we didn't care about what skin color, right? She leaves, and Cindy goes, that was really interesting after how it all began. I said, what are you talking about? She goes, well, I don't know if it was her niece, daughter, granddaughter, not sure. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, that's fair because of the woman's age. Could be any of those. Yeah. She goes, but I was walking around the aisle, and she was walking around. I said, oh, I'm so sorry. And she says under her breath, damn right you are. She said, I didn't know.
She wasn't joking. She wasn't being sarcastic.
No.
Just...
Damn right you are. Gave her a glare, walked past her, and Cindy thought, whoa, why did that occur?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then she ends up having this great conversation, not knowing the two are together, which is interesting.
Okay, wait. So the niece says that to her?
Uh-huh. Well, niece, daughter.
Whatever.
Not sure.
The
younger girl.
Okay.
And she's quite a bit younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So damn right you are.
Yeah, 16
You almost
to 18.
ran into me.
Yeah.
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 And then the other woman just appears, or she's behind her? Or
she was walking in another aisle, comes to the edge of the aisle. Cindy's standing there, kind of dumbfounded it happened, but she's letting it go, and she's looking at the shoes, and she's just thinking it's a rude teenager.
Right.
That's literally what she thought, right?
Yeah, well, it was.
Yeah. And so she's looking at, and then she hears under the young girl's breath, 2 more comments as she's starting the conversation with whether it's her mom or whatever.
Right.
Why are you wasting time with that white girl?
Did she really?
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
But we'll call her the mom just for lack of definition.
Yeah.
The mom kept engaging with that white girl.
Absolutely. And my wife and her were having an amazing conversation. It was hysterical.
But she didn't feel compelled to go, excuse me, I'm talking to this nice lady, and I don't care what color she is?
Yeah, no. And that spurred a conversation.
Because if that was her daughter, where did she learn that?
Well,
was it at home? Was it at school? Was it her peer group?
Well, Cindy and I had a lot of discussion and talked to some other friends that are also African American, and one made a very interesting comment. Leon said, Scott, here's the deal. We have a generation that's being re-brainwashed. And I said, well, what do you mean by that? He's like, not saying there's not issues. We all know there's racist issues here and there.
Right.
But none of us that are educated, that are really truly looking at it through a lens of what's the truth, believes that it's a huge, over-encompassing, systemic thing. And I said, well, a lot of people debate that. He's like, but we can't find proof of it. We can find instances of racism, but we can't find proof that it's some grand scheme.
Right.
And I'm like, true. He's like, we should still keep looking. I said, I agree. He's like, but I'm black and I have an experience. I've pockets and situations. Absolutely. He goes, but don't take this the wrong way. You're a big guy. Have you experienced it? And I started laughing. I said, dude, I can't even go in American Eagle.
Yeah.
They look at me and they go, oh, you big.
Yeah.
You know, oh, no, you can't come in here. Right. So it's like, okay, I don't know why I went
Is
to
it
Chinese
only
bar.
Chinese people
I
that work
don't
in
know why I
American
did
Eagle?
that.
That would be
no
weird.
idea. Yeah, it would be weird.
Yeah.
But it just seems, I think of them small and me like sumo wrestling.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah. So I think I just automatically default to that. But
Yeah.
the point is we all go through prejudice.
You just did.
Yeah. True. Very true.
No, there's a difference
No.
between stereotypical humor and racism.
Oh, yeah.
That's a problem
No.
because everybody thinks that nothing's funny anymore.
Right?
All you that think that, you're all wrong. All of you. Every single one of you is wrong because life is going to be funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period.
And if we can't laugh at ourselves, and
Yes.
that's where we're at right now.
And that's actually the way that you have to handle, like if that girl runs into me almost at Khols this afternoon and she says that, I'm going to laugh.
Right?
I will. I'll be like, wow, you okay?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Because there's something else driving that.
I'm
It's
sorry, your
not me.
racism is showing.
It's not me. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because that's what they don't get. They don't get by acting that way.
And when you say they,
I'm talking about anyone that's marginalized. Wow. See?
that's
See how
where
this
it
is gonna be?
goes.
See?
That's where it goes, though.
I know, but I'm talking about anyone that's marginalized. It doesn't matter. Fat, short person, white person, black person.
Right.
It doesn't matter. If you're marginalized, they have a group that they gravitate to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We have a group. But that doesn't make all of us white supremacists. Just,
No,
just
no.
people in West Virginia up in the hills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joking.
Yeah,
That-
wait.
do we have to put a disclaimer every time that says
I
we
think
are
you do.
joking?
I think you do.
Okay.
And
I hope not.
You have to duck next time you see my wife, too, because
She's
from West Virginia.
I
She
know.
will whip your ass.
Well, that's why I kind of made that comment. I was just,
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to happen. And
Yeah.
dude, guys, she's a firecracker, 4 foot something, and just,
Yeah.
yeah, she's a firecracker.
You don't want her, Maddie.
She scares me, kind of like a
lose.
spider monkey.
You'll
Yeah.
be very much
Yeah, yeah.
redneck ninja.
Redneck ninja. I like it. I like it. But you
So-
know, it just blew our minds. you
So
know?
was
And
there any resolve at all with that thing? Nobody?
no, it was like the older woman just ignored it.
Okay.
She was just kind of like, I'm ignoring this. 'cause
She was
this-
probably embarrassed.
That's what we're wondering.
Yeah.
That's what we're wondering. So here's the thing that it boils down to. It broke our hearts
Yeah.
because we were having such a great conversation. It broke my heart, not Cindy's. It broke hers first, right? Because she already went through it. When she told me afterwards, because I was just, and here's how it happened. We get in the van, right? And I go, hey, honey, that was so nice and relaxing. This is what I'm talking about when I travel so much for business. I do all this traveling and stuff. What they're saying is happening out there isn't happening from what I'm seeing.
Right.
You know, it's pockets.
And
It's
then
not-
she was like, oh,
and-
yeah, it
and
just
she's like, oh, by
happened.
the way, you're wrong, which never happens, in marriage. But-
No. Well, it does, and then you wake up. Yeah.
Right.
It's in your dream.
Yeah, I'm the boss as long as she's not home.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I think it's frustrating because I don't care. No one has asked this question. You as white guys that have been going through all this stuff,
Right.
as far as being told that you're this and you're this and this,
Right.
did you fall asleep? Are you really that? What was the perception of the African American community that you fell asleep? And the truth is, if you really look at it, unless you're exposed to urban,
Right.
you're seeing black judges, you're seeing people in business, you're dealing with people in business that are brilliant and black and
Yeah.
have it, right?
I do it all the time.
Overcome crap all that has been stacked up against it, overcame it to just be super successful.
Yeah.
So you think the ball is moving the right direction. And then all of a sudden overnight we're told, nope, it's not. Matter of fact, this is all part of a plot.
Yeah.
That's where I'm just having a hard time with that.
Yeah.
Because I love people. That's just who I am.
CRT. Crazy race theory.
Crazy. And what's funny is if you dive into some of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Kendi's book and some of that, and I have, because I want to understand.
Yeah.
The premise of what they're saying has some interesting points.
Sure.
Very much. And you go, oh, yeah, no, I can get on board with that. I can get on board with that. And then they go the next step and go, but it's all because you're white that this is happening.
Right.
And that's when I go, whoa, wait a minute. So we've taken it from personal responsibility in moments to be racist or not be racist to stand up for people during someone being racist.
Yep.
And we're now lumping it all together. It's almost like collective or, theology. It's almost like, or salvation.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't do that. It's individual.
It is.
How are we judging? It's no different than someone going, oh, well, they're black and their pants are down low, so they must be a gang member. Are you kidding me? That's bullcrap too.
Are you sure?
Usually.
Okay.
Well, it depends on where you're at.
I don't know anything about
Now, downtown Dayton, Ohio, it's very probable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just saying.
I still never
For
really
Detroit.
understood that. I never really understood that whole, what if you want to run?
Well, the funniest thing I ever saw is when
I want to run sometimes.
I was in a bar one night and I saw a little altercation start, and the black guy just toasted him. And just boom, right? Guy goes down. He, instead of getting up, he grabs the guy's pants and pulls him down around his ankles.
Oh,
And
that's
then
good.
Jumps up, pushes the guy down, and beats the snot out of him. We had to pull the guy off.
Wow.
So I'm like, guys, this is a liability.
Yeah.
It may be a fashion statement, but it's a liability. It's like the guys with the dangly earrings. Just rip,
Yeah.
it's a liability.
That's a bad plan.
Yeah. Well, stay out of those places, first of all. That's always a smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just saying, it's kind of weird. But
It's pretty funny though. He yanked his pants down
Yeah,
and
he
just
did.
pounded him.
oh yeah.
That's funny.
Oh yeah. You fell down. I mean, guy tried to move and he went down immediately.
Yeah.
Guy just jumped on top of him and just started pounding the crap out of him. So I'm like, it's a liability.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But back to
Target.
We assume so much,
Yeah.
right? And after Cindy told me the whole story, I was heartbroken. I'm like, are we really here? Is this where we're really at? I mean, you see the media and you want to ignore it because they're just trying to get ratings. And it doesn't matter, Fox, whoever, right? It doesn't matter anymore.
Oh,
They're
my goodness. no.
all
Yeah.
trying to get it,
Yeah.
right? And they're going to paint each picture on each side. What would happen if we actually got on the same page and forgot those fools?
Oh, that's going to be happening in our life.
I
That
think so.
will happen.
I think so.
I think in relatively short order.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Well, pontificate on that. That's
do.
interesting.
I absolutely believe that we're very close to a miracle, an absolute miracle. I don't think it's something that you can fix or that I can fix.
Okay.
And contrary to what some might assume, I don't think Donald Trump can fix it.
No.
I don't think government certainly can't fix it, and on any level. I believe we're actually at a point to where things are crazy enough, bad enough, chaotic enough on enough fronts across the board, around the world, that God is absolutely going to go, 1 second, and something. I don't know what it is. I don't. But it's going to be so dramatic and so powerful that everybody from you and me and anybody else that might be out there that believes that Jesus is who he said he was,
Right.
is, down to the hardcore atheist, Satan worshiper, straight up, just, that as dark as you can get. Every single one of them is going to go, oh, that must be God. Because it's going to be so undeniable.
Interesting.
It's going to happen, dude. Now that's going to label me as absolute crazy, just complete crazy.
Well, yeah,
which is where Christians are going anyway. You realize how far we are away from all of us being labeled as cult members and basically insane.
Oh, yeah.
We believe, we put our lives in the hands of someone that we believe came back from the dead.
Well, when you find,
Hello.
but here's the thing: when you find the shroud,
They're going to use it.
And
There's just
I
wait.
know they are.
It's coming.
I know they are. They're going to try and label us, but they don't look at proof.
Right.
Right. So there's an interesting documentary on Prime, and it literally talks about, with all these scientists and stuff, about how there's sentiment at different levels all across the world at the same level.
Yeah.
Saying that there was a catastrophic event of some sort, right? So a flood. Science is starting to prove the Bible.
Oh, there's no question.
And quantum physics. Oh heck,
Don't
look
get me
out.
going.
Because I'll tell you what, it is proving so much, and it's freaking out people like Dawkins and the rest of them, because it's actually showing there was a grand architect. It's actually showing all these things that we've said forever, and supporting the creation theory over Darwinism.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. Can you have both? I believe so. I think you can start with creation, and then we naturally evolve anyways as
Sure.
human beings. So why do we have to pick one? That's the other thing I don't understand about our
You
country,
don't.
dude.
You
Why are
don't.
we like, you pick this or you pick that?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we be Switzerland?
Well, you can.
I want to be in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, but
I just want one of their knives.
oh,
That's all
they
I
make
want.
great knives.
Great, fabulous
Yeah.
knives.
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah.
And they make really good knives. That's a good point.
Yeah.
You know, and now I'm hungry because I'm thinking the knife cutting a steak.
Mm.
Now thanks.
It's like a chili cheese kind of thing.
Yeah, you don't say stuff like that in front of a big guy.
Okay,
You
sorry.
just don't. I'm just saying, you know?
Do Swiss have identifiable food that we want?
Cheese.
Mexicans have it. I want their food.
You know what? That's a topic for another time.
Black folks have it. I want their food.
Oh my gosh, soul food.
Don't get me cranking. Cajuns have it. I want their food. The Chinese have it. I want their
love
food.
their food. I love the Japanese food.
Where's
I
the
love sushi.
Where's the Swiss restaurant?
We're gonna have to look into that.
Okay.
I think there might be some Wiener Schnitzel or something that comes from
That's
it.
German.
Yeah, but they're kind of in the middle of it all. They're between France and Germany. You know what I mean? They're kind of in the middle of it all. I don't know. We'll have to research that.
Yeah.
Not great at geography. I have to look it up.
So we're going to talk about a lot of things that don't matter at all.
Absolutely.
We just did. That was it.
That's our little rabbit hole.
Swiss food.
Yeah. Look it up. Let's find out. We look it up right now.
can
Is
do
there
it.
such thing as Swiss food?
Kill
Let's find
30 seconds. I'm about
Yeah.
to find out what it is.
No problem. I can easily kill 30 seconds.
I know.
I'm like your wife. I talk until I say something.
That was not my current wife.
Okay. You sure about that?
Very sure. Trust me.
He's scared of the hillbilly ninja.
Boy, he
He's
is.
scared.
All right.
What you got?
Well, this absolutely makes complete sense to me.
Okay.
Swiss cuisine.
Okay.
This is written under the assumption that there is some.
Right.
Is influenced
Okay.
by French, German, and Northern Italian. That's what I'm saying. They don't have one.
But makes me want
When
to.
you say French food, I know what it is. You say
True.
Italian food, I know what it is. German food, I know what it is. What is that? Is
That's
that
a-
like a really well prepared wiener?
That is the smorgasbord of Europe. You just go over there and you get all three.
Yeah.
That's my kind of place. I walk in, I get a plate of this, get a plate of that, get
I
a plate
probably won't get back to Europe because somebody's going to make me take a vaccination or something before I can go.
Oh man, that's
But if you do, and this rule has been true since the first time I went to Europe, which was many, 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 many years ago,
yeah.
40 plus years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pommes frites. That's all you got to know. That's it.
Pommes frites.
French fries. You can literally survive
On
just
French
sitting
fries.
down and have that.
Yeah.
Whatever you order, just make sure pommes frites, because that's going to come with it. So you're going to roll the dice on whatever it is you think
right.
you're getting,
Right.
but you're still going to have French fries.
That's interesting.
Now you got to ask for ketchup because they're going to put some dog ugly gravy crap on there that has nothing to do with eating. Nothing.
Oh, that's hysterical. So, where do we go from here? If we've got kids that are being brainwashed, and it's also on the other side, I'm seeing
My kid's not being brainwashed.
right. My kid could care less. Both of them
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
drawn to helping.
Now, my 3
marginalized.
older kids were brainwashed,
Okay.
but I gotta say, man, they're so wonderful. They're such great humans.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I'm with them, like they're now 34, 32, and 30, somewhere in that.
Yes,
Every
he's
time
that old.
I'm very old. You want to talk prejudice? Man, don't get me going. Anyway, yeah. Why can't I have Social Security now? I'm a year away. I want it now. No. Every time I'm with any of my 3 older kids, I just walk away going, all right, it's all good. It's good.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. First of all, I claim them for the kingdom of God every time I think about them. And I see that their instinctive, thank God for just their instinctive longing to learn. They keep looking, they keep finding, they keep going.
Yeah.
And if you do that aggressively, you're gonna find Jesus. Because the beautiful thing is, He's doing the same thing at the same time. He's coming toward you as fast as you're coming toward him. And it's inevitable. It's trains. Bang, it's happening.
Yep. Well, I think the problem is what it boils down to is we have created a whole group of kids, right, that are taught this is everything, their brain.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
And they're highly intelligent. These kids are learning stuff at 7 years old that I didn't learn until I was 30.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my 7-year-old the other day picked up a phone and literally figured out how to get around a parental thing I put on there. Seriously.
Wow.
And I'm like, are you freaking kidding? This is our number kid though, right? This is our savant when it comes to numbers and games and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This kid, we got him a coding gift.
As you should.
I'm glad that he can't see podcasts. You're getting a coding gift, okay, for Christmas. It's amazing. But he codes this little robot.
Have you seen?
And it does stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a ball.
Have you seen Code Spark?
Oh, yeah.
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 Eva Rose.
So cool stuff.
The first night she had it.
Yeah.
She starts, going down the little path that it has.
And
I turned around and she was on level 43. No kidding.
Seriously?
And you can't get there until you pass all the levels, right? I'm like, whoa.
See, and that's the other thing. These, we got kids that are super intelligent that the world's saying you don't fit in this box, so you're not smart.
Right.
That's insane.
Great. We don't want her in that box.
No. Any box from this world we don't want.
No.
Yeah.
I will say this. I'll interrupt you.
Yeah.
You can cut this out.
Sure.
Every time you do that, you're going to wish you didn't.
Oh, thank you.
Just saying.
No, we're not going to cut it out because we're going to keep it raw.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
Good
it's
idea.
Yeah. Ding on it.
Yeah. We should get gavels.
Well, we have.
I need a gavel.
Dude, we do need gavels.
Only for special occasions. But man, when you've really made a point, you really want it. I want that rapping sound. Yeah.
We might have to get little plates because we rap too hard. Someone's going to kill us.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I'm not judgmental, but I really want to be a judge. Is that bad?
I don't think it's bad.
I told you I ran into a guy.
Don't we all though? Seriously.
I ran into a guy yesterday at church.
That must have hurt.
That handed me his card, and he's a lawyer, which I hate pretty much. I've met several that were decent.
Yeah.
Out of thousands. I just channeled Joe Biden. Thousands of lawyers. No.
If you sniff my hair, I'm out of here. Just letting you know right now. I'm done.
No, but he seemed like a decent guy. He really did. He said, "Hey, I'm running for judge." And I said, "Hey, are you a decent?" I was, you know me.
Oh yeah.
Are you a decent guy? Are you a good guy? Yes, I am. I said, "Okay. Well, if you prove that out to be true, you have my undying support. I'm with you. I'll do whatever you need."
So you know what?
And if you don't, I'm going to go the other way.
That just sparked something.
I'm going to fight you.
That just sparked something for me. What in your mind is a good guy?
A good guy?
Yeah, because think about this for a minute. The world's telling us this is good,
right? This
is bad. Everything in between is in the gray area, and you have to choose one or the other.
Okay.
So what in your mind is a good guy?
You'll have to give me a scenario because it's...
A judge. What makes a good judge?
A good judge actually does his job. He is not influenced by...
politics?
Or the number of times. A good judge will notice about the third time that the case comes back because one of the parties was able to afford a lawyer longer than the other one. He'll look at that and go, this ain't right. Whatever it is you money people want, you can't have. You can't. So is that what you want? Denied. You can't have that. We're going to make this fair. Okay?
Interesting.
I'm serious, dude.
So a strict interpretation of law without influence from outside.
Absolutely.
Financial or any other
Absolutely. Means. Without question.
How do you do that?
We need to find out because the justice system is screwed.
It is. It's so interpretive these days. And that's everything. Everything's so interpretive, right?
Especially my dance. Very interpretive.
Really?
I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Okay, cut to the clip.
Yeah. No, I can't dance.
I'm firing the clip. It's going to happen.
You can't find a clip of me dancing.
It'll be a bald guy.
That'll be some CG.
It'll be some CG.
No, that would. I just think that whole balancing the scales thing is still possible. I still think it's possible. I do.
I do too. Here's the thing. Back to the whole. Let's bring it full circle. What was the right thing to do? Was it ignoring it and continuing the conversation, which is what my wife and I did?
Right.
Or is it saying, that really offended me, and I'm sorry you feel that way about me. What did I do to you? Is it calling
You
people
mean
out?
to the
To
young girl?
Yeah. Is it calling her out? Or is it literally just ignoring it? Because if you ignore it, that's the easy way out.
You know
But if
what?
you call her out, it's confrontational.
It is.
So
I don't believe it would have been productive at all.
yeah, and I don't think that's Jesus' way.
No.
You know,
I
at
think
all.
you'd have wound up getting slapped or
Yeah, that's the problem with the far right too, right? So you got the far right that are the legalistic Christians.
can't
That's the
stand
problem
them.
with that side.
Can't
They're
stand
in
them.
your face. They're telling you you're wrong. You're this. You're that.
Yeah.
Jesus never did any of that, except for what? Who? The religious right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the ones he got mad about.
He was just as upset at them as you and I are.
Yeah.
More so, you know.
Yeah. Well,
because it was,
they killed him.
Yeah.
You know, just saying.
What I would have done in that situation,
Mm-hmm.
now that I've got the benefit of thinking through it, which you didn't have,
Right.
if I said anything, it may have been the right thing to not say anything at all.
Yeah, I think it is looking back.
But if I said anything, as I was bidding adieu, this nice lady that I'd had this great conversation with, because she was aware that it happened.
She had
knew,
to have been.
She knew.
I think
so. I would have said, you know what? We all struggle with our kids occasionally being out of line. Just between you and me, I'm good with this, okay? I hold no offense whatsoever. None.
Grace. What a concept.
Absolutely none. Love her. Just love
Yeah.
her. Just keep loving that kid. She's
Yeah.
going to be fine.
Yeah.
Keep loving that kid.
That's good.
That's all I would have done.
No, I think that's spot on. I think during this conversation we came full round to some.
Should we go back to Khols and just wait for them to come back? Because I think this needs to get resolved.
I do have a clown outfit I can wear.
Oh, I don't
And a
wanna know
little
this.
and
I
a little
don't-
car.
I don't want
And
to
a little
know
car.
this. No.
I'm just saying. I could. So
You and little car? Sorry. That doesn't
that
work.
guy in a
Little car.
So here's our takeaways for this one. Okay. Number one, grace trumps and love and grace trumps everything.
Every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing to do. It's the thing we all should do. And it doesn't matter what color we are. Period.
Well, okay.
It doesn't. Because I think
But I want to have a little tan. I want to have a little color.
I'm as crackerish as they will ever be. I think you look under the definition of cracker, it says Scott.
It says
Cutcher.
Scott Cracker
Yeah.
Cutcher.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, we didn't do it at the beginning. So, as we sign off, I'm Scott Cutcher,
I'm Gary Chapman.
and this was the first episode of Turbulent Truth.
Mm-hmm.